All right. So welcome everyone to this live session here with your host, Trader FX. So as we do every weekdays, we look at the Forex indices and metal markets. So we hope you have a great morning. We did had a London session this morning, so really good, and a good session that we had this morning. So we looked at a few pairs and look at basically how to place the right way your fib. So we're going to see exactly how everything played out. But first, we're going to go back on Forex Factory to see what we have in regards to news for this New York session. So we did have the we're going to look at what happened here in regards to euro. So we were analyzing Euro USD specifically. So we were expecting some bad news in regards to continuation in the downside because DXY was going up, and that's exactly what we have here. So if we look at all of the Euro news, all of them were negative. So unemployment change, core CPI, you have flash CPI estimate. So everything was down compared to what was estimated here. So the narrative here of going short in regards to Euro USD was perfect. And on top of that, we set up a fib on the 15-minute chart and did have a reaction off of the fib. So we're going to look at it in a few minutes. And for New York session, we have the job opening. So that's really important news in regards to job opening. So, and for the rest, we have FOMC member speaking and the economic optimism tentative for today. Very important here overall. So that's perfect. Yeah. Good morning, Leon. Hope you have a great morning. Perfect. So let's go back on. Let's go back and see the charts and see exactly what we are looking at. All right. So let me know if you can see my screen. You should be able to see it right now. All right. Perfect. So first, we're going to start with Euro USD. And what we had here was we had a pullback here and we had a continuation on the downside. So that's exactly what I was expecting here on Euro USD. Since DXY started to go up right at midnight my time. So if we go back on DXY, we had a buy signal here right at midnight. I can go on my alerts so y'all can see exactly that we did receive an alert for a DXY buy. So this is this one here. So as you can see, midnight, we receive a buy signal here for DXY, and we have a continuation in the upside. So basically, we were looking for selling off Euro USD and GU. So we're going to start with Euro USD. I'm just going to go back here. So as you saw at the start on the 15-minute chart, so we had a sell setup here. So you just have to wait for the sell setup, or put your fib and see exactly if you had an entry here. I think it didn't went to 50% off of that move, that first move, but you had a sell off here, and TP region here will be this region. So we have this previous support and that previous resistance here off of the 30-minute higher time frame. So those will be the two zones that I would be looking for a bounce, unless the price is bouncing off of this region here. So we do have a previous resistance here on the current time frame, and we may have a continuation in the downside here. So I was expecting to have the price filling out fair value gap here, and that's exactly what it did. And if we go back on GU, that's the one that we analyze here on the downside. So so we did have the signal here. I'm just going to go back so y'all can see exactly that I'm not getting that information here way before. So that's what we analyze here. So at 11:15 p.m. On Asian, we did had a sell, and we did put the fib here. We said that it was going to that 50% and started to go down, and those were the zones here that I was looking for TP. And as you could see, it went towards those previous levels here, and right now it's bouncing off of that level. So if you have taken that trade, you had the retracement. Like I said, nine times out of 10, there will be a retracement before the move going down, and that's exactly what happened. So those were the PP zones. Right now it's retracing. So if you took that GU trade, you should be well in profit. It should be thinking of getting out and taking profit overall. Yeah, exactly. So that's perfect for your USD. But for GU off of the 15, that's what we had here. So we had a sell setup here. You had a retracement, and we had the sell off here. All right. And let's go back on odd USD. So odd USD, we had a continuation here in the downside. It went towards a previous resistance here that was switched to support, and price is bouncing off of that level here. So if you have taken that sell, that will be a good setup here overall. You should be well in profit. And let's see here, we're going to look at the odd CAD in the upside. So still bullish here on USD CAD. USD CHF, same thing. We had the buy setup here, shoot up, went to previous resistance level here. So you should be out of that trade here if you have taken that trade. And let's see, I'm just gonna look at the USD JPY, should be a buy. So we had the consolidation, and then we had a buy, the last buy here. So perfect. And let's look at gold. Gold was still bullish here since the start of the market this week. Consolidated, so waiting for a sell setup here. So remember, we have a fair value gap in the upside. So waiting for a higher low. So there you should be able to put a fib from that point off of the 15. So we put a fib from that previous high to the previous low for that current low here. Boom. And we'll see exactly if price wants to go towards a 50% of 61.8. So expecting a higher low before going down. And this is if it wants to go down, right? So cannot predict the market, but that's what we're expecting here overall. All right, and let's see here. Look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's at 105.31. So we had the buy since yesterday. It's in the upside. Same thing. We have a fair value gap in the bounce side. So put your fib from here to here and see exactly if they're going to be a retracement to go down. And let's look at XRP. XRP is well above 2022 cents right now. So we had the buy here, and it just broke that previous swing here. So we're still bullish here overall on that. Perfect. So let's look at the indices. Indices, we were looking for a sell. So we had the sell here. Now it's retracing. So this sell here was done, as we can see. So waiting for a buy setup here to go in upside. So right now we're in the indecision mode status. So be careful. Now we have US30 that is switching bullish. And we have NASDAQ that is still bullish here. So we'll see exactly if it wants to do a fib here. So I think it's already at 61.8. So previous high to previous low. So 61.8 right now. So 61.8 is right at that level here. So we'll see exactly if it wants to go down. So it's already did like a higher low. That was a higher high, higher low. So waiting to see exactly if it's going to raid in the downside right now. So didn't have a sell yet on NASDAQ. And if we look at S&P 500, basically the same thing. So I'm just going to remove the drawing. I'm going to put our fib. It should be around the same price as NASDAQ. Not the same price, but the same pattern as NASDAQ. So swing high to swing low. All right. So 61.8. Perfect. So looking for a downside here. Should be doing the higher low here, going down. Overall. Perfect. It's going to let's see here. S&P 500 at OTE. Fib level potential sell. Yeah, exactly. Yet not signal for sell on what exactly. So no sell set up yet, but that's what we're expecting overall. Event. Waiting for the entry. Okay. Perfect. Yeah. But you don't need to wait. If you're more comfortable on using the fib, since right now you know exactly how to use it, you could always use the fib and get an entry off of that, as you saw at the London session this morning. German 40 and US 30. That was that went to 50% of the fib and started to react right away, and it did a big big down move here. So if we go back here, if we look at the fib from where I put it, you see that it went directly towards that 50% and tanked. So if we go back on the left side to see exactly where it stopped going down, we could go on the left side to see exactly if we have any levels. I'm just gonna put the horizontal line. Don't think, let me check here. So as you can see, it went towards this level specifically. Maybe there were a level in between. I'm just going to see if the next level that we have after this one, if we have anything else. There's this one here. So let's put a line, but that's too far. Oops, I'm going to remove that. Let's see if we have any. Oh, I have to remove this and click on that. Perfect. Let's see if we have any level in between that the Rex went, but that was the highest point here overall for German. So that was the two levels here that we saw in between. So basically, as you can see, it went almost towards that level here. Okay, so if we adjust it a little bit, that will be right here. So it was respecting those previous levels here off of the higher time frame and the current time frame. I think those two levels were at the higher time frame off of the 15. So boom, boom. That'll be done here for that sell off of that fib. All right. So that's perfect. So still have less than 11 minutes before market open. So make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. We do weekly analysis here in the markets. So looking at the indices, Forex, and metals, specifically gold, or any other markets, we could analyze that together. And what you're seeing here is my own custom indicator that is called the Wyckoff AI. I have also EMX AI, that is a ADX system. And we have the support and resistance levels here, that is the high-low levels indicator. And most of the indicators here will give you the actual market bias and information here of previous buys and sells that you had in the market, and pretty straightforward here. Perfect. So drinking my tea, so that's all good. So if you have any questions, you could put it in the chat, and we'll answer them. No problem. Also, you could ask Leon any questions. He's one of the members here in my group, so he will be able to help you out in regards to questions or the overall sentiment here in the group here overall. So I do that every weekdays. So London session is Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So that means that tomorrow morning, London, we're gonna have another session here with me. And for New York, we have it from Monday to Friday, so at 9 a.m. Until maybe 10:30, depending exactly on how our market is moving here. So if we have any news, we're not going to trade. So we have a news at 10. So We're going to be there until 10, and we're going to close it out for today. And like I said this morning, in regards to euro, so I was expecting to have negative news here overall in regards to euro because of the fib that we had. We're expecting to go short, and the XY was going long. So that's exactly what played out. And right now, Euro USD is crashing since around 5, I think. Let me check. Let me open this. So at 5 o'clock, we had the news. So if we go off of 5, so 5 was right here. 5 o'clock was right here. So this is when we got the news. And then market started to go down. So we had a confirmation of selling off, started to go down. So that's perfect. Okay, so the live session is for you guys. So make sure to put your questions here on in the chat. And if you want to work with me, you're always able to fill up the Google form that we have on my YouTube channel. We're going to contact you within the next 24 hours to set up a call and see exactly how we're able to assist in regards to help you increase your knowledge here in trading here. So I'm here really to show you the simplest way to trade, so that way you're able to capitalize in the market. No complicated jargon. So it's really straightforward, and I'm using basically some volume profiles here to trade with some technical methods here. So I have Wyckoff, you have ADX, you have support and resistance. So in combination with all of that, you're gonna have. That's how the setups here are done here with the indicator. So let's go on. I'm just going to look at the Euro JPY to see exactly what happened. So we did have a sell at London. Now it's retracing. So we start to retrace and start to go down. And let's look at GJ. GJ is flying right now, so we did have a buy recently. So it's going up. Let's look at the oil. Oil is bullish here. And I'm just going to look at platinum. Just looking at other markets here to see exactly how everything is moving. So platinum was bullish here, yeah, we're bullish from here. Started to break down, so perfect. So still less than 4 minutes, less than 5 minutes before market open. So please check German on your broker. Okay, so you have 15-minute sell, so I don't have 50-minute sell. I had this 50-minute sell right here. So if you have it here, that will be plausible too, depending exactly on the broker. So for that, I have the sell here. Let me check if indices. I'm just gonna load the GER40 Capital One, GER40. I'm just gonna look at different feeds to see what you see on this feed. I have the sell right here. This feed, I don't have a sell yet, so it depends exactly on the feed, guys. Because, yeah, this one, yeah, the sell is right here. Let's go on. I'm just looking at different feed. This one is right here. This one is right here. So that's the spot one. I don't think, yeah, this one doesn't work at all. So it doesn't give you the volume feed. So basically, how the Wyckoff works is that it needs to have the volume feed of the broker. So if it doesn't have it, it's not gonna give you any information. So that's the reason why you don't see anything yet. But depends exactly on your broker. You may have it a little later or a little bit earlier. But that's pretty much it. Yeah, currently it's a sell. It was a sell setup, so we're gonna see exactly if it wants to retrace going up. But that was a sell setup. But if we look at that fib setup that we had at London, that was a perfect setup here off of that fib. Sell on the long run. Let's look at the 1 hour. So we didn't get a 1 hour sell yet. We had a buy here, didn't get a sell setup on the 1 hour. So sometime you're gonna have that sell setup here shown on the lower time frame before the higher time frame. So I'm still bearish here on German overall, expecting to go lower. So yes, I'm still bearish overall with German. So hope that that answered your question, Leon. So I'm still bearish off of German 40 or 30, depending exactly on the one that you're looking at. 930. Let's look at Nasdaq and see exactly the reaction that we have. So we're still bullish here on. So we're bullish on Nasdaq. Let's look at S&P 500. So we have bullishness here. So it's breaking out over that 61.8. So that means that we have a continuation in the upside. So that's the case. Looking at the left side to see exactly other levels here that it wants to go. So we'll see exactly if it's going to break this one, this previous high, because that was the last high or low off of that move, that big move up. That was the high or low. So we'll see exactly if it wants to break that. So US30, same thing. Still bullish here. So it may start to go up. So if we put a trend line here, we'll see exactly if it wants to get up. So here to here, can put a trend. That's my trend line here. And oh, remove this. And click on that. So we have a trend line. So basically, you have basically a flag that is being created here. So if we look at those previous lows, it's basically touching multiple times on the low, and now we have an actual trend line. So we're going to see exactly if it's going to break this trend line here and start to retest that trend line and start to go up if it wants to change direction. So we still right now we switch from bearish to bullish on the indices. Same thing for German, we like I said, overall it's a sell, but it may start to go up. We did have indecision here earlier, and it switched to bullish here. So market status here on the 15 is bullish on the indices for now. So we'll see how it goes. But like I said, it seems to be reacting off of that 61.8. Remember, we're still within the first time of the first 15 minutes of the market open. So there will be a lot of manipulation here off of the first 15 minutes. So I'm still expecting bearishness here overall. So I think it went towards taking liquidity of the upside. Should be starting to go down here in upcoming minutes here or the next hour or so. So be careful off of that. right? So they had a big rejection here off of that previous level. So see exactly how the 945 candle will go. And remember, we do have some news at around 10. So that news, if it's negative, should start to move the market in the downside for the indices, especially for the U.S. indices and German too, because most of the time German is moving the same way as the U.S. indices. So let's look at the forecast here for the job opening. So we're at 7.11 million compared to 7.19 million for the previous month. So the forecast is 7.11. We'll see exactly if it's right at the forecast or lower. So if it's lower, it's gonna be negative here in regards to the job, and that excludes the non-farm jobs. That doesn't include the non-farm jobs. Sorry. So non-farm, we are gonna have it on Friday. And remember, we're gonna be here on Friday for NFP after NFP. So we'll see exactly how the market reacted after. So 9 a.m. We'll be here and see exactly how it goes. All right, so less than 6 minutes before the next 15-minute candle. So you see, we look at the Nasdaq. That was big manipulation here on the upside. Took some liquidity at the upside. So right now we're waiting for a sell-off. I'm just gonna remove the fib. So that was manipulation here for on the upside. So we'll see how that other 15-minute will open. We are on the 1 hour too. Let me check. I thought that was on the 15. I'm on the 1 hour. There we go. So it has to retrace. If it wants to continue going up, it has to retrace in the downside before going up. But if we go back and put our fib the way that we had it before, So 61.8 is here. It went over the 61.8, but now it's going back to it. So still bearish here overall. All right. Let's see. So be careful, guys. So make sure that you put your position the right way. If you're in a trade, so got a lot of movement here right now. So in a few seconds here, we're gonna have, it's gonna be 9:45. So it is 9:45. Sorry. All right. So remember, we do have news here at around at 10. So US30 was going up. German is up. It's currently in an indecision phase. And SP 500 bullish. right, so looking at it here, let's look at oops, go. So let's look at NASDAQ. It seems to be continuing in the upside. But remember, we have news at 10, so we may react to it. Let me know if you're in a trade right now or what you're looking at. Yeah, so on the 1 hour it's still bullish here. So let's remove this. Put a fib off of that 1 hour. 1 hour move. So 61.8 is right at that right at that level, but it's breaking out of that level right now on the 1 hour. So we'll see how it goes. Took sell euro odd GU in okay, perfect, great. Waiting for buy setup for okay, perfect. That is perfect. EU, all right, perfect, yeah. Okay, so right now it's that 1 hour is rejecting off of that level here. So it's retracing on NASDAQ. So we'll see if it wants to continue in the upside, but so this is 61.8 right here. But that was a previous level here, and it's rejecting off of it. So less than 9 minutes left before that 1 hour candle close and that 15-minute candle close. So it went twice to take some liquidity on the upside. So good indication here that it's going to start to reverse. See. All right, so there's the 7 minutes left, so we'll see exactly if it wants to push up. All right. So right now the US30 here is going down on the 15. So pretty good indication that all of the indices will start to retrace in the downside. So S&P 500 is going down too. Nasdaq, we just saw it. So all right. Right now, Nasdaq is pushing it upside. Still have less than 6 minutes left before that 50-minute candle close. But we did see German and not German, but US30 and S&P 500 retracing in the downside here. So expecting the same here on Nasdaq. Please check gold, looking bearish, but no signals on one cup yet. Have sell set up. But it all right, so gold, let's see. Gold is here. Yeah, so gold, for sure, you're not, for the ADX, you're going to have a setup before on sometime before or after. So right now, you see on the 15, we didn't have any sell on gold on the 15. But if you go on a 5, you said that you had a sell. Yeah, so we have a sell here. and you have a sell. So you had a sell on both Wyckoff and EMX. So we had a sell on the 5 and Wyckoff here. Just gonna see which Wyckoff is. Wyckoff is doing that sell here on the 5. But yes, you had the EMX sell that hit TP3. So that's per K, but on the higher time frame, you didn't have anything yet. So if we go on the 15, so no sells here on the 15. Even Wyckoff does have a sell. So you have the exact same thing as me. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, so you get the hang of it, Leon. So make sure you're more confident in your trade. So if you wanna increase your lot size, you're able to do so, but make sure you do that accordingly. But as long as you follow the process here that I'm showing on lives, you should be good overall. So we still have less than 2 minutes left before, yeah, 1 minute less here until the top of the hour. So we'll go back here on the indices that we were looking at. So let me close this. So remember, we have news at 10. So I'm just going to see exactly. If I refresh my page. So 10 o'clock here. So we'll see the results here for the job opening. So the forecast was 7.11 million. So it's at 7.39 million. Wow, so that's good. So that means that market should be going up here. So we may have a continuation in the upside. On NASDAQ, S&P 500, let's see. Yeah, so, and German. Indecision. So go back on NASDAQ. So we're still bullish here. So we may have a continuation on the upside here for NASDAQ because of those job opening news. And that means that the dollar should be strong in the upside. Yep. So still bullish here on the dollar. Yeah, exactly, because you're scalping on the 5 minutes, so that's normal that you have small profit on the 5 minute. But if you want to have bigger profit, you need to go on the higher time frame. So it needs to be like 15, 1 hour. And if you're able like to swing trade, you have to go on the 4 hour, 1 hour, 4 hour. But for sure, 15, the 5 minute, it's gonna be scalping. You're gonna be scalping the market for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. Okay, so job opening here increase, so should have a continuation in upside for Nasdaq. Yeah, exactly. So 0.5%. That would be the maximum that I would tell you to risk 0.5% on every trade. So, but if you want to have more profit, you need to change switch your time frame, because the 5 minutes it's small unless you're analyzing on the higher time frame to get an entry on the 5 minute for a swing trade. That's best. But if not, stay out of the 5 minute and get on the like the 15 or the 1 hour. So let's just gonna okay. So US30 is trending down here in the downside. So I yeah, so it went to that previous high. Went take some liquidity on the upside. So I'm not gonna be surprised if US30 is reversing. That'll be the same thing for Nasdaq. So looking for eventually a reversal of Nasdaq, where it had the buy here at the bottom, as you saw. So I'm not expecting to take a buy here at that point, because it's already late. So waiting for the reversal in the downside. You see that buy was right here off of the Wyckoff AI. So waiting for a sell to go down. So that's what we're waiting for. Perfect. Okay, great. So one last round of questions. If there's no other questions, guys, so we're gonna close it out. We're going to be back here on Wednesday. So London open tomorrow. Basically, not London open. London at 2 a.m. So our session will start at 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure to click on the my YouTube channel and click on the notification bell to be notified on my next live. So I will be there at London session. So starting at 2 a.m. And we're gonna have also a New York session here at 9 a.m. All the time is on Eastern Standard Time, and we're gonna analyze the market and show you guys how to look at the market and all that stuff. So if you have any questions in regards to any other markets, I'll be there to assist you. And also, if you want to work with me and you want me to help you in regards to one-on-one, I'm really good at COT, so commitment of traders. Been doing that for the last 7 years, and been trading for the last 12. And I'm also learn myself to code. So what you're seeing here in regards to indicators and all that stuff, this is me that coded the indicators by myself. So you're not gonna see those indicators here anywhere else than here. So if you want to have access to those, make sure to fill out the form here on my YouTube channel, on my Google form, and fill it up. And we're gonna contact you within the next 24 hours to set up a call in regards to working with me specifically. All right. So perfect. So we're gonna close it out, guys. Thank you so much for being on this live, and we'll be back here at the London session tomorrow. I'll be on the 4th. So you should receive, get the notification here of the upcoming live uh, in a couple of hours. So we're gonna have the setup for the live for the London and New York for tomorrow. So you're gonna see that. All right. So, and that being said, I wish you a wonderful rest of your day and happy trading. And we'll talk back on, I'll be back on here at London session tomorrow. All right. Peace. Yeah. In regards to automation, still testing out the automation. So it went back down. So I'm just gonna tweak a few things in regards to hard take profit and all that stuff. So I just wanted to let it run to see exactly how it reacts. But everything is good so far. Just gonna see what we have here. So the account went back down, but it's pretty normal because I'm just letting it run just to make sure that position are taken and the logic of it. So right now, let's see here. Because I'm decided of if I want to put a hard TP or anything like that. So for today, it lost. Let's see here. It lost like $500 overall for the day. So it lost $500. Oops, I'm gonna put it here. So 500. So the only thing that is missing here right now is just to make sure that the take profit, the best way to put the take profit to have a hard take profit, and stop loss is okay, but it's only the take profit that needs to be adjusted because that only the only way that the trees are closing is off of the opposite direction. But sometimes we have, let's say we had a buy. I think we had a sell here on German this morning. I think it went to almost to $700, and then it closed in negative. So just to adjust exactly where to put the take profit here in regards to that. What are the results? Yeah, exactly. So This is the results here since London. So minus 500. But most of the trade were in profit. So we just have to adjust the take profit because there's no take profit right now. So I'm just looking at the entries to make sure that everything is working fine on that. And I will adjust the take profit off of that. All right, so that's pretty much the update on that. So we'll reconvene at London and see exactly how everything goes on that front. All right. So have a great rest of your day, and we'll talk at London and see exactly more results overall. All right, peace.